When this building was designed, there were 6 courtyards designed into it. We call them light wells, and over time we filled them in for extra storage. In the late 90s, we were filling in the last of these courtyards, the northeast light well, and the second floor of that light well was to be SUE's exhibit hall. We didn't finish the light well in time, and SUE came here just temporarily. 17 years later, we're finally finishing the project. So, in a way, it's not really bittersweet. We're finally getting around to doing with SUE what we originally had planned. We can put her in her own context, recreate the Cretaceous ecosystem that she's a part of. Here in Stanley Field Hall, she's just sort of a pretty face. It is impressive. Stanley Field Hall has a 70-foot ceiling. SUE is 12 feet tall. A lot of people, including Steven Spielberg, comment on how small she looks, and SUE is the biggest T-Rex known. When we put her in her own exhibit hall, which is only 17-foot ceilings, she'll look better. She'll look more proportioned to the room. Last night, they put up the temporary barrier. And the first thing this morning, they took off the permanent barrier. The next step will be to take the hind feet off. They already have the left foot, and they're going after the right foot. Once those are off, then we can remove the landform. Once the landform is gone, then we can go after the tail. And once the tail's taken off, this temporary barrier will be pulled in. It doesn't need to be so long. And then we'll switch to the other end, take off the cast skull and jaws, and then start taking off the real neck vertebrae and the back vertebrae and the ribs. The legs will come off at some point in that process as well, and we'll be left with this heavy mass of the hips that we discussed earlier that are about 1,000 pounds. That'll be the last thing to come down. And we think it'll take something like 3 to 4 weeks.